Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Strange Ink Show, which is going to be all about celebrating the Strange Ink Book Awards 2023. This is our first time doing this, and it is so exciting and it is so amazing to see the work that every single person who submitted their work to us has poured their hearts into.
Yeah, boys. Has power.
Now, I just want to let you know that this episode, we're not going to be announcing the winners of the book awards, not necessarily here, but we will be announcing it on our newsletter, inshallah. That will be in the caption below, and we will also be announcing it on our Instagram. But then what is the point of this episode, right? The point is that I wanted to speak to the people who submitted their work to the book awards. I wanted to speak to you personally, and you know exactly who you are. I will not be naming you, but you know who you are. And I wanted to say, whether you won or you didn't, you are more than an award, right? It is so easy to let our hearts, because that is what really our work is, isn't it? Is what our message is. It's so easy to let our messages be defined and by someone else's standards, especially when it's a competition like this. Especially when someone else is judging it by their own subjective view, by their own standards, and this is something that is so personal to you as well. So I really want to celebrate the fact, first of all, that you wrote a book. Second of all, that you took that step to be recognized and have your message further spread through entering this award competition for the book awards. And I also want to say that you are more than an award. I've created a speech for this, so I'm going to be referring to that, inshallah, as I am speaking. So, like I said, each of you know exactly who you are. And you worked hard to put every single word on paper. You poured your heart onto those pages. And I wanted to give each of you an honorable mention. And as I said, I'm not going to be saying anyone's name in this episode. However, I want you to say your own name out loud, and I want you to give yourself a high five, give yourself a hug, give yourself a treat, give yourself something to celebrate the fact that you've written a book, right? That is no easy feat, and that is something to be so excited about. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless it. I mean, as for an award, it is important to also say that on the Day of Judgment, we have been told that we will be recognized for our good deeds, and the angels and the people will all be around us, and they will all be recognizing us, and we'll be literally, inshallah, going and showing everyone, hey, this is my book, our book of good deeds, right? And it's just important to remember that is really ultimately what we are trying to attain as Muslims, as Muslim women, and as writers as well. That is really the important remembrance, inshallah, on the Day of Judgment. And just saying that as well, that shows that, it is important and it is a beautiful thing to be recognized, hence these book awards as well. But I'm going to talk a little bit about how it's important to kind of understand that our value isn't defined by an award, right? As Strange Ink, we used to be called the strangest poets, and we hosted competitions since, I believe, 2014 with ICNA, the huge ICNA convention in DC and Baltimore, whatever year, depending on wherever they did it. And we would do a poetry slam because we saw the importance of sharing the message, and adding a flair of competition just really inspired people and motivated people to be more present and partake in this competition, which was so exciting, right? So we're not saying that, hey, you shouldn't have an award at all, but what I am trying to say is that your value shouldn't be defined by an award. Now, we believe that an award, like I said, is not what defines us or our worth, but it definitely feels good, right? So despite what the Wizard of Oz did by giving a medal, he gave a certificate and he gave a heart, and he gave it to those creatures, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man. He gave it to every single one of them even though they already had it. And when he gave it to them, they felt like, okay, now I do have it. But all that they really needed to do was just to recognize that I had it all along. And I really think it's so beautiful and so important just to remind ourselves of that as well, that you already have it. You already have what it takes to have an award. You already have it. It's just sometimes it isn't recognized in that way, and there is only a certain amount of winners that we could choose, and we will be announcing them inshallah later on this week. So well done. May Allah bless every word that you write, to every single person who partook in this competition, those who made it to the finals, those who made it to even entering the competition, those who wrote a book at all. I want to thank our judges. I want to thank our audience who have always been so supportive. Our beautiful community of writers, of Muslim women writers who are inspirational, profound and beautiful in every way. May Allah bless every word that you write, Ameen. And I really hope this episode just inspires you to understand that, first of all, and I have said it so many times, I've almost lost count, you are not defined by an award. You are not defined by an award. You are worth so much more, and your words, may Allah make them so heavy that they weigh so heavy on the scales on the day of judgment. And may Allah reward you for being assertive, being strong and being confident in spreading your message. And with that, I also want to thank our judges. Did I already thank the judges? Well, thank you, judges, for making this possible. And I also want to thank everyone who was a part of Strange Ink, the amazing team who have been on the stage, on the backstage, whatever you call it. They have been the people who have been running this organization in so many ways. So thank you to you as well. And we will end, as we always end with this episode, with our hands on our hearts, and we will say, my voice has power. My voice has power. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Hi there, we really hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Strange Ink Show, and we just wanted to let you know that we are doing free 15-minute consultations to talk about your book. So definitely book your spot. They are going quickly, and also leave us a rating or review on wherever you listen to your podcast platforms. That would really, really help us to get the word out. And thank you so much for being here with us today. Have a wonderful and beautiful day.
Remember, your voice has power.